Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight. And really based off a discussion where as we get older, we get on different pivot points in life where we try to figure out where am I at, who I am, where I want to go, who I want to be, all those kind of things. And we start asking ourselves certain questions. And, tonight's show we're talking about, should I go back to school? Should I start a business? Or should I try something else? And what I want to have a discussion about, not just talking about the whole point of should I go back to school, should I start a business, should I try something else? I'm going to give you guys the thought process that you got to take in regards to the question you need to ask yourself, assess your current living situation, where you are in life and everything, and be able to make an informed decision from there. Because it's one thing to say, because in the world we live in today, everybody's impulsive.
That's right.
Right? Everybody's like, I feel I should do this. I think I should do this. I wonder, I believe. We need to get feelings out of it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We need to, and at the end of the day, your decision is always going to be what your decision. But you want to have some kind of sound thought process when you go through it, right? So that's what I want to discuss tonight. Well, again, we're asking, should I go back to school? Should I start a business? Should I try something else, right? And again, we're going to have a great discussion. Like I said, overall, asking yourself those questions, the pros and cons, what you're doing each one, but also, how to go about doing it, okay? Again, this is Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. I got I'm sharing the show with Mr. Short Dollar as well, so everybody's coming from that platform as well. We're streaming live on that also, or streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. But the main hub is the Change the Lives YouTube channel, where we got over 1,500 videos on that one. I think we got 25,000. We've been at Project 30,000 for the longest. We had 100,000 for Mr. Short Dollar. I think we were at 97.
97.
Yeah.
I ain't looked. Last time I looked at it was 97. 2 or something like that.
Yeah. Going to end the year right. We're gonna try to get it. We'll try to get a 30 with Change the Lives, and the 100 with Mr. Short Dollar. But regardless, I'm super proud of myself and the work we've done. But and then really just having good discussions and helping everybody out with the information what we're discussing right now.
Say hey to Mama real quick before we get into it.
What's going on, Mama?
Going on, my mom came in early today.
Her friend done left.
Hey, Mama.
Boy, her friend came and got a plate Thanksgiving. I said, who that is?
Who that is?
Yeah, my friend. Don't worry about it.
All right.
My mama, boy.
Right.
Friend from across the hall. One down the hall.
Right.
I'm just joking, Mama. I'm just joking. My mom got to come get out. Her friends. But if you want to add to the conversation, got any question to ask about everything, feel free to jump in. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, we're talking about, should I go back to school, start a business, or try something else? And we talk about, this is the thing that a lot of people wrestle with. And the truth is, most folks jump into it based off, that emotion, that kind of strategy, no kind of plan, no solid way of looking at everything, and they follow pressure, comparison, or fear instead of asking the real question that lead them to the right path. So what I want to do, we're going to break down a pathway that's going to make sense for everybody.
Okay.
And again, I'm going to reiterate this again, guys. Remember, when we start going through, number showing, we start going through a lot of these discussions where we're making life decisions and stuff like that. Far too often, people make life decisions based off advice from a person that's giving their opinion for what worked for them.
For their life.
I always keep in mind, guys, when we make life decisions, it's always based off what's best for us at that particular time in our life. When you did it, it was good for you. Right. At that particular point in your life. You were single, you didn't have no kids. I have children. I'm married. I can't change the shift where my job. Right. So I only can either go to school at night on the weekend. So all this stuff got to be weighed in. And it's not to deter you from doing certain things, but we got to be able to think about what we're going to do. And so that's why I want to have this discussion. So a lot of times when we start, number one, we ask this question: should I go back to school? Should I start a business or try something else? The first thing you got to do, guys, the very first thing you got to do is make sure I'm in these mics. Hey, like what you got like a dial or something? If I'm not talking, okay. Put labs on the 1, 2.
Turn them up. You got to worry about
Okay,
that.
okay, I appreciate it, man.
I got you.
Ah,
I got you.
I appreciate it. So the first thing, a lot of times when we go into the whole thought process, trying to figure things out, Six Raybone says, "Nice sweater, different." Thank you. I appreciate it.
Player, looking player today.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. The first thing is you got to ask yourself, what are the problems you're trying to solve? Because a lot of times we start here thinking it's some reason. So when you say, should I start a business, go back to school or try something different? What's the problem?
Right.
What's the reason you even having these thoughts?
Right.
Where is it coming from? And before you make any move, you got to ask yourself, what isn't working in my life right now? And what do I want to fix? Right? And so sometimes you're thinking is you're trying to make more money. Are you trying to escape this damn job you hate? The supervisor getting on your damn nerve. That bank account ain't looking right. You need to be making more money for the stuff you want to be doing. You tired of being, tired of instability. Check the check, asking, borrowing, living in that kind of way.
I'm checking all them boxes.
Do you want more freedom? You tired? You're like, why in the hell am I still? I got to go to this young boy and ask for approval and all this other kind of stuff.
Right.
Do I want more autonomy? Do I want more freedom? Do you feel like you stuck and you just need some kind of direction? Just like, look, man, I done hit this age and now I feel like, okay, this is not working, whatever. What is the problem, right? The path you choose should solve a specific problem, not create a new one. The path you choose should fix your problem and not create a new one. And because the reason why we say that is because, especially with the pandemic, this is not to make fun of anybody. So many people was able to get access to money. And so many people want to become entrepreneurs.
Right.
But what did? They created so much stress and pain and headaches for themselves because of they didn't go through any kind of process elimination or thought process because I got a problem, but the solution to fix my problem wasn't the right way to do it.
Right.
And that's why we're having that discussion today. When we're asking those particular questions, should I leave? Should I go back to school? Should I, get a new?
Should I go back to school?
Should I go back to school? Should I start a business? Try something different.
Try something different.
Thank you, Rev get on the pulpit. Rev just kind of loses himself sometimes.
Right.
But when you're doing those kind of things, a lot of times, it's easy to get, off your rocker with those things because, a lot of times we get access to stuff. Just because you got access to it don't necessarily make it right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just because God don't mean it's meant.
There you go.
It's meant for you. Let me ask a question. When you assess the path and when you say it should be solving the problem and not creating another one, I guess what I'm going to ask, you may have it in here. What will be a problem that will be created from one of the three? Like what will be a problem?
Do I just get an example? You start the damn business up. You got you want to start the business up because you want more freedom and everything like that. You start the business up. You really don't know nothing about business. Now you stress the hell out. Now you got less money because you was working and getting a check. The check was okay,
right?
But it pays bills,
right?
Now you can't even pay the damn bill with this business,
right?
And now you sitting there way broken than you were before when you had a job. You stress the hell out. You can't do anything and stuff like that. So now you done made your life a whole lot more miserable of what you thought was going to be better.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And that's just an easy example. We're going to go through a couple more.
Okay.
But, that's a good question, Layup. But it's easy to happen.
Okay.
And you know what? With that said, because we talk about entrepreneurship and taking, not necessarily taking a chance, but, doing risks and doing things differently. Sometimes you won't know how things will be until you try it anyway.
Right.
So we can give folks E for effort, but you really don't know sometimes and stuff like that. But like I always say, put your toe in the water. Don't just go skin the dip. Don't go skin the dip. Stick that toe in the water. You might get your foot. Y'all know how it is when y'all get in that tub. Y'all don't just go in there just free ball. You just say, hey, let me see if the damn water hot. Woo! Let's put a little more cold water in there.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? What damn fool getting out? Burnt your ass up. Yeah. So you just gotta, just kind of ease on in there, right?
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is go through all three: the school, the business, and trying something different, just to say, okay, when it makes sense, when it may not make sense, okay? And the first, again, guys, the call-in number, feel free to call in, add to the conversation. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, 678-740-9894. Or feel to leave you got a question and thing, put it in the chat. The first one we want to look at it when school makes sense. School gonna make sense if, number one, you need you need a specific professional license, say nursing, accounting, therapy, engineering. When you need a certain credential, those school makes sense. When you need, okay, I gotta have this. Right. I'm doing this so long and everything. Myself in particular, with my old business partner, we've been talking a lot. I need to get this enrolled agent designation, so that way I can do more of the often compromises like unmanned tax and stuff like that. That's something I got to get in the next 15 months. Okay. I got to get that. Okay. But that's the thing, like, okay, I got to go back, do this little prep class and all this other kind of stuff. So when you need something, that's when we talk about reason why you should go back to school. You want to switch industries completely, and your new field requires credentials. Okay. Like you say, okay, I want to be, phlebotomist. I want to actually become an RN. I actually want to become, do some kind of security or some kind of investigative work. And you got to have it. And you are in a totally different field. You got to go back to school to get there, right? Again, we talk about reasons where school makes sense.
And wouldn't that entail that you research very hard, do a deep research on the field that you may go in that may need school? Because a lot of people don't know that some fields do need schooling. Like when I worked at the railroad, I did have to take some classes in hazardous waste and markings and stuff like that. I mean, I really had to take federal classes in order to have, know what train comes where and go on what track and know what this means and what not to parking next to this. There's certain things that you wouldn't think that would need credentials that would need them.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, on the back end of that, I mean, not the back end, but why you even just think about it. We're gonna go through a couple more. Be fully aware of how it's going to change things. Also, you getting that degree. At the end of the day, if you turn around and say, "I've been working in, security for 15 years," then okay, I want to become an accountant. Understand that the initial degree with the accounting still may be less money you make with 15 years of security, right? And it may be a slower. I'm just speaking hypothetically, guys. I'm not saying this is the case, but it may also be a slower trek, right? And increasing it, you get so you have to just going that thought process. Do your homework to find out. Okay, when you do that, what changes are going to be made? With that, is it going to make an adjustment to pay? Do you got to go through some kind of growing pains with doing that? Because now you got it. All changes ain't necessarily going to be good changes for you. It's just, depending on how you feel with it. But it's just something to think about. May have less time, maybe less money, maybe a whole lot more money. You got more freedom. I don't know, but those kind of things you got to kind of look at.
And speaking on your security thing, making more money in security, maybe just be a $80 gun license carry. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised how much money you could go up in security by being able to carry a gun.
You're getting ahead of here.
I'm sorry.
The next part was when your employer will pay you for the degree, lowering your financial risk. Okay. To last point,
my bad.
No, Larry got that damn crystal ball over there. That's my brother. But no, that's a great point though, Lab. Just those kind of things that your job just hey, listen, they're gonna pay you more money for just getting this certification, for getting this credential. It's a no-brainer. Right. Go do that, especially if you're gonna be there. If you're gonna be there, right. I never understood why people that are at a company for at least 10 years, and they get tuition assistance and all this other kind of stuff. You're gonna be there. It's easy to get at that 15-year mark, and you have not tried to progress yourself. And you see some of the main people that are upset and pissed off because they're sitting there like, well, they're bringing all these folks in, and I've been here for years, and they got a degree, and they just doing that. I know how to do it better. Well, why the hell, if you were there, why didn't you just go? Right. Especially if you're gonna be there. Right. That's kind of hard.
Been there for a long time.
Yeah, and you're gonna be there for a long time more. Right. So, if they're gonna do that, I would take full advantage of it. And and also you're looking for stability, a structured path, and a predictable income. These are reasons.
You could take other places. I don't get why people don't understand that. That's because the company pay for it, or you go through it with the company that you're with. You take that with you. Yeah, it doesn't stay at the company. I'm trying to use up everything I could figure out to use.
You gotta embrace being a lifelong earner. At the end of the day, the world is going to continue to advance. The
Mhm.
world is going to continue to improve, and you not acknowledging it, and you not trying to move with it. You got to sit here and just be no brain surgeon. But a lot of times you just not improving yourself.
Mhm.
You get caught up real quick. I have conversations all the time with different people. Like, man, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to do that. As far as personal progression with a particular field they in, shit, AI real.
Mhm.
Technology advances are real. Even this shit I do.
Mhm.
Being an accountant and stuff like that. Things are going to change. Things are coming. And if you choose to, get on the bandwagon, or if you don't, you got to take the consequences that come along with it.
Right.
And when you one thing I do want people to understand that when we start talking about school is not a magic key. Me and Will just had a conversation about this earlier. A degree is not guaranteed success. It guarantees debt, it guarantees time, and a commitment.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to ask yourself, do I need this degree, or do I just want the security of having one?
Mm.
Because when me and Will was talking earlier, before I head to the studio, and I was just telling him, he said, how important do you think the degree? I say, the degree is important, son, because the degree is the key to get into the door.
Yeah, that's you open the door.
But relationships, I say, y'all get a lot of opportunity because y'all Deonte son.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's the thing about it. But when you got relationships, things happen. When you don't have relationships, you're applying for jobs.
Mm-hmm.
When you have when you do have relationships, you're getting the jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the difference between being a stat or just getting a call, just jumping the line.
Mm-hmm.
So those are kind of things that keep your name clean, doing things. Everybody is not sociable. I get it.
Right.
But you cannot have sociable aspirations and you have to be an introvert. I'm just saying.
Right.
You don't want to talk to people. You don't want to deal with people. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't have these aspirations. Well, you can do anything you want. But I'm just telling you, it's going to be very challenging for you to get selected and done things, and people don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
The person that's most qualified will get a job. The person that's most well connected. Period.
Right.
That's just it. They'll go through the formalities of doing this and doing that, but the person that's somebody's friend or been referred, that's just how they go.
Yeah.
Like it or don't like it.
That's
you know what
true.
I'm saying? So
I got most of the best jobs I've had because I knew somebody.
Yeah.
Degree be damned. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He's a great guy. No application process. So I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. And people have to accept that. Mm-hmm. Instead of just look at, well, it's politics and this, that, and that. Shit, it is what it is.
Right.
And if you sit here and got a problem with it, don't try to play the game. It's that simple. It's not an issue if you like it or don't like it. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. And so again, you got to ask yourself that when we start talking about getting, do I need to go back to school? How is it going to help you with that, the financial commitment, the debt, the time, and that, all that stuff that's going to go into it. How is it going to benefit you? Okay. The next thing is when you ask yourself, should I start a business? Should I start a business? The business, guys, is going to make sense if you already have a skill, service, or a product people are willing to pay for.
Mm.
If you have a skill, service, or a product people willing to pay for, right? You got to do that. Not you. I think I'm going to make some balloons.
I make the best balloon animals.
Yeah, we're going to paint some seashells and people going to love it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're already getting requests to cook the chicken that you make, everything, holiday, and people want to order it, or man, I love your brother pies, man. I'm gonna order something. Let me see if he'll make one. I pay him. Mm-hmm. But if you just making them and just the house kind of like it, and whatever,
right?
You can't get that shit confused with customers get that, right? And one thing about it, guys, the core of this whole conversation is avoiding emotions. We want to deal in facts. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I feel, I think, I believe, I want. That shit ain't how stuff works.
Right.
You got to damn know, right? Yeah. We got to know. And those kind of things we have to sit here and just be honest about.
SCMC Murray on YouTube says only, I hope I'm saying that right, so I apologize. SCMC Murray says only as good as your network.
That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. If you ain't, you can be so solid, so qualified, but if you don't nobody know who you are, what's it gonna do?
Right. What difference does it make?
And he ain't doing them just in the corner by yourself. Look at me, hear me, see me. Come on now.
Right.
And that's the biggest man, and that's been by far one of the biggest things that I've pushed to my children. Like, hey man, join this, join that, go volunteer that, go do that, go get experience with that.
That network is the hardest hurdle to get over. Actually, that's if somebody has connections in something that you want to do and they want to do it too. Getting past that is a very difficult hurdle to get over because he already has established a connection within the company or within whatever it is that you want to do. He's already established that, or she has already established that footprint.
Well, see, the thing of it is, even when we're talking about starting a business, going to school, or doing something different, most people are not people persons.
Mm-hmm.
Like I accepted that. Everybody ain't gonna be like Poochie walking in, don't know a stranger. I get that part. The thing of it is that it's like anything else. You got to practice it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get out your way. So you just saying, I don't like talking with people. I don't like, public speaking. I don't like talking to strangers, doing that stuff like that. Stop making that your crutch and just work on it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily like go walk in, you smooth like how Barack Obama was and just go in, hey, everybody just, you know what I'm saying?
Gravitate towards you.
Yeah, you don't have to be that.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to just work on how you are, right? Mm-hmm. And again, we get in our way so much, not trying to improve ourselves. Mm-hmm. That's one thing. No matter which one of these paths, the school, the business, or something different, get out your way. Mm-hmm. The things you know that you need to work on, stop looking at it as, well, I'm not necessarily good at that. I'm not necessarily good on that. Start fixing it.
Mm-hmm.
Start fixing it. It don't have to stay a crutch.
Right.
That's anything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't know how to write. I don't know how to speak. I don't know how to talk to people. Things that that the good thing you're acknowledging what you may have issues with.
Problem, yeah.
The thing, start working on it. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be as good as the best person. You just need to be better than what you are. Mm. And you'll see improvements. Mm. But that's one biggest thing, man. So many times people get out of the way. I always remember mine was when I never had no formal etiquette. Mm-hmm. So when I first got to corporate America, I'm sitting here with table all these white folks. I didn't know how to use. I ain't know none of this shit.
Right.
What fork, this, that, and that. I was hungry as hell. Hey, I didn't know. Big fork, little fork, this, that, and that. So I'm sitting here. I'm hungry as hell, just watching everybody look and everything.
Right.
Like they just pulled me out the damn field. They got me just sitting out there, and I'm watching and shit. You know what I'm saying? Didn't know nothing, man. Right. And keep in mind, this wasn't like the golden era of YouTube and shit. Mm-hmm. So I can't, you know what I mean? And then, you don't want to ask because you don't want to get ridiculed, right? I was in a real funky ass spot with that, man. And I got past it, but it was something, I'm just saying with me, like, I knew I was going to be in more and more of these meetings, but I was smart. I knew my stuff, but, when we started doing that social stuff, man, I ain't know none of that shit.
Yeah, Secure, and I hope I'm saying this right. Secure 112 from YouTube says it helps to go to events and conferences that expose you to leaders in your field. People watch there.
Leaders and even just participants. Mm-hmm. Just knowing, okay, cool, because at the end of the day, you can see the leadership, you can see the people that are gatekeepers, mm-hmm. but even just knowing other people, how they move, learning stuff like that, get out your comfort zone. Yeah. Appreciate it coming.
Secure 112 said all them damn forks, Lord.
Shit, man. Man. I said they had forks on the right, the left, up top, and I'm hungry as hell.
You just trying to figure out what
I'm hungry as hell. Damn. I'm sitting at the table with these white people like I was looking like a dummy. Hey.
Right.
I made it though.
You said, you know what? I'm gonna learn this.
Right? Yeah. I'm sitting there. Like I said, no YouTube. Mm-hmm. There was no YouTube back then, and I'm sitting there like, hey man. Hungry as hell, just watching. Deonte, you gonna eat? Yeah. Shit, didn't know how to eat. You know what I'm saying? And they moving so fast,
right.
doing it. So I'm trying to catch the right one. Because at the end of the day, even though they weren't, I felt like they were looking.
Okay, right.
So, but I had to. Those something just committed. I'm just using myself for example with doing that. And we're going back to the ones where starting the business makes sense. You can start with low overhead and learn as you go. Mm-hmm. And that being usually like if you got your job, part-time, and cool, where you doing that and everything. Mm-hmm. We talk about reasons where you can start a business makes sense, where it really ain't costing you. Mm-hmm. You already got everything at home, so make sure tools or supplies, you can do that. You want control, flexibility, and it has some kind of upside potential. Mm-hmm. It has some kind of upside potential. Mm-hmm. It has some kind of upside potential. Right. Not you sitting there hoping and praying and wishing and thinking that, hey, Black folk don't want to buy my food. Black folk don't want to buy my shirt. No, right. Like, look, man, if they're customers, if they're a market to buy your stuff.
What you always say is, are you solving the problem?
There you go. I solve that problem.
Right.
Or you making another damn problem for your damn self.
Right.
That's the question.
Right.
Am I solving a problem for DJ Lab?
Right.
Or am I creating a damn problem for my damn self?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's one of them things. We don't want two damn things to be right.
Right.
That's one of the ones we don't want to. Because I always say, I'm trying two things to be right at the same time.
That ain't
one I want to. That's not one.
Right.
That's not one. And a key thing is, guys, you got to be able to handle risk. You got to be disciplined, and you got to be cool with delayed gratification. I think most people that know me know I pretty much do the same routine every damn day. Get up in the morning, work out, get my same little boring ass breakfast, check my emails, super structured. I plan my week out. Man, I've been like this in the Army. Most Sundays, I'm ironing my clothes for the week. I've been like that shit since I damn, 95. Right. So I'm just, just we're doing it, and most people know that, and you have to be very disciplined, because when you go into starting a business, everything that's at your job, the company manuals, the standards, and all this training, and all that stuff, you got to create that for yourself. I don't think people think about that.
Right.
And when you just say, I'm going to do it as I go and stuff like that, it's going to fall apart. The reason why your job is the way it is, because your job, you go into it, it got structure together.
Right.
You got to make the structure first, and then you do the process. Not you do the process, then you try to do the structure. It ain't going to happen like that. So you have to be able to create the foundation, the building, frame it out. Then you got the house. You just can't just walk into this shit and this is my house. It's going to fall down. That's just like the big bad wolf blew, it's going to fall down.
Okay.
So that's something to kind of keep in mind. Here's the real talk, guys. Business won't fix your money problem if you don't fix your money habits. There are a lot of broke ass entrepreneurs out here. And when I say broke, I'm not talking about they make a lot of money. I'm talking about as far as the expenses that they incur with doing it, because once you get a check in, now I got to ride Lambo. Now I got to ride Ferrari. Now I got to wear Gucci. Now we got to trip travel and post everything and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in today's age.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I gotta show this. I gotta show that this business is successful, even if it's not. And I don't know how I'm gonna show you is by buying expensive cars, clothes, and jewelry.
Absolutely.
Right.
And it catch so many people up with that, right? So again, we talking about these reasons you need to kind of think. I just gave the reason where it made sense. These are the things you need to think about when you're looking at starting that business. Another one is, if you don't like pressure, and if you don't like uncertainty or responsibility, entrepreneurship will kill your ass. You don't like pressure, you don't like uncertainty, and you don't like responsibility, it's gonna bust you.
Right.
It's gonna bust you. I thrive in that shit.
Right.
I thrive in it. I thrive in stress. I can juggle 5-6 balls at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with being up 12, 1 o'clock. Cool. Let me get this stuff together, because I know I want to do it. What the hell I want to do the next day.
Right.
We get all that stuff together. We're gonna pivot and move to that. That's me. Poochie can move like that. But if you know you're not a person that can handle that kind of stuff, and you want something guaranteed, do not go there. It will kill you.
Yeah.
If you know, okay, if I'm here for 9 to 5 and I make 4 or 5 of these, I'm gonna get paid this. Cool, nothing wrong with it. But if you sit there like, okay, I'm gonna be there for 9 to 5, I'll make 4 or 5 of these, and I might not get shit.
Right.
You might not. I'm just saying, right?
I believe that I can handle. There's certain stresses I can't handle, like when something's personal happens to somebody I love. That's a little bit harder. But when it comes to business, if I'm in the business by myself, or my problem, like with the podcasting thing, is that I see the potential in everybody, and I get so frustrated with me trying to do certain things, and them not, you know what I'm saying? They're not wanting to do the same thing. I can't be as stressed out about your podcast if you're not even worried about it. You get what I'm saying? I'll be stressed out about everything because I'm trying to figure out, man, if they do this, they do that, they do that. And there's nothing happening. So then it's like, you get bogged down.
Yeah. What I always say, like, control your controllable.
Right.
Like, I can't control your passion.
Right.
I can't control your energy.
Right.
You can. So me sitting here trying to worry about, your input, your effort. Now, if your input and your effort is affecting me, we got to fix some shit.
Right.
But me having a interest or desire for you to be successful, and me stressing about it, but you ain't worried about it, because you ain't got to match mine, but just even have some concern on your own. I can't worry about that.
Right.
People know me like, hey man, look, I ain't worried about it. They ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. Right. And I'm brutal on that.
Right.
People know me. I'm like that, man. One thing you got to ask yourself is, do I want freedom or do I just want to escape? Because business is freedom, but it's earned, not given. Now, you got to understand something, guys. You can be sitting on that Kuta Matata. People, I mean, I get those damn side comments. Oh, you don't sit up there smoke cigars all day. You just sit there and post on social media, smoking cigars and drinking scotch.
Right.
Chilling, doing this. Yeah, but when I work, I work. If you know me, I'm a damn mule.
Right.
I work. And I do what I do so I can do what I want to do.
Right.
And I've been that way and I'm cool with it. And if you're not okay with living like that, don't put that on yourself. Like I said, am I solving last problem or am I making a problem for myself?
Right.
You don't want there to be a yes for both.
Yeah, it's not my problem. And it's not your own problem. Double whammy.
That shit ain't rhyming right.
Right.
It ain't rhyming right.
Right.
Yeah, tonight show we're talking about, should I go to school? Should I start a business or should I try something new, guys? We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. Feel free to call in. Y'all call in, guys. Y'all got some questions like, hey, man, I'm thinking about doing this. This didn't work well. Whatever you want to add to the conversation, feel free to call in. The call-in number 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. And the next one is, should I try something different? Should I try something different? There's a third option that a lot of people ignore. And you can pivot without going back to school or starting a business. You can pivot without going back to school and starting a business. And that might look like learning a new skill online, right? Getting a certification instead of a degree. We talk about all the time. Google give them, some of the business schools give them and everything free or for crumbs that you can get. You can go in and negotiate your salary. They say, hey, listen, I've been doing this for so long. I can, I feel like I should get paid this. You can give some more authority, whatever.
Right.
You can switch companies. You ain't necessarily got to change industries. You've already had some a proven track record. You got experience in certain fields. You can just change companies, right? We're talking about trying something different and starting that business or going back to school. You can pick up contract or freelance work. You've been painting. You've been doing photography off and on over the years. Hey, just put it to work. You ain't left your job or anything. Just add a little spice to your life for doing that kind of stuff. Invest in retirement instead of hustling more. Just kind of start looking at, hey, big picture wise, this is where I'm at. This is where I want to be in the future. Just shifting your focus. And you can build multiple small income streams. You know what I'm saying? You can start doing some day trading. Make it minimal risk. Some little trading. You can do some, like I said, maybe some freelance work, doing some landscaping, doing some painting, doing some online social media work, whatever you want to do. Those kind of things be added to where you're just trying something different instead of making the commitment of school or to a new business, right? Sometimes the smartest move is just leveling up where you are, not starting over. You can just fix you.
Right.
You ain't got to make no major change. You ain't got to stress yourself out. Just invest and do some stuff different with you. That's one of the biggest things, man. You ain't got to go status quo. But people, that's why I say you got to be very, very careful when you talk to folks. Because people will tell you, man, you should do this. Girl, you should go and try this, whatever. Right. Man, maybe I just need to do a couple things with me.
Yeah.
Because like I said, what worked for you may not necessarily work for me because we got two different things coming in, right? So with that said, guys, what you got to look at, this is very, very important. I want everybody to be paying attention now. You got to choose everything based off what season you're in life. And what you said, what season you're in, your decision should reflect where you are right damn now. Right now, that's where your season should be based off of. If you're young with time to invest, school or business may work. Either one of them may work for you. If you're young, you in your 20s, 30s, school and starting a business, because why? You got time to invest in school, even with the business. If it don't work, you got time to recover, right?
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And if you have kids and need stability, school or job upgrade might make more sense, right? We kind of looking at it, right? With that said, if you're burned out, you may need clarity before you make any kind of big decision.
And that right there is one of the biggest things I think that why people make decisions, because they get burnt out and they get tired of this, so they just jump to something else thinking it's going to be better than that because they burnt out on it. You don't really think about it. May be a case of just even working at the job or changing positions. You know what I'm saying? Like going to supervisor, say, hey, I've been working at this press all day, for the last 10 years. I want to try something else over there. And they may say, okay. You know what I'm saying? A burnout, it don't necessarily mean the company. It could just mean the job in particular.
Yeah. And you've been made a decision. You leave, go somewhere else in a new place. You starting at rock bottom and it look good or whatever and everything. And then you've been got referred from a friend and the story and picture they painted is not what the hell you see when you get there. So when we want to make those kind of motions, we see the emotional decisions, pump the brakes, just gather information. We want to try to make informed decisions. If you're financially strained, starting a micro bid is maybe the fastest path forward. If you're financially strained, if your money is tight, and hey, listen, like I'm in a bind like right now. Not I want to progress. Because remember, we're talking about decisions should reflect where you are right now. That's what I'm trying to think about. If your money is messed up, that micro bid is probably the fastest way because we know if we go to school, that's gonna take 2 or 3 years. But shit, I'm about to get evicted now. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the end of the day, even those kind of things we got to kind of look at. We need those cash infusions. I need to go out there and cut some grass. I need to go paint some houses. You know what I'm saying? We ain't saying go out there and roll no dice. But what I'm saying, those kind of things.
You got to add to what you got.
We're looking at the decision making. Okay, when would I choose those threes? Again, we're looking at what season we are in life. Okay, so if you need that financially strained, that micro bid is probably your fastest way to get to it, right? Because again, the other ones are going to take something called time. Right. And if you ain't got time, and mortgage due, or car note due, it really ain't gonna, right. So that's just something to keep in mind. And if you're already making money but unfulfilled, a pivot could be the smartest, smarter than a restart. You know what I'm saying? Just change some stuff. Just move over here and everything. You don't have to just, go and start the business up, start your own law firm, or go back and get another credential. Just go to another place.
Yeah.
Right? Go to another place.
Right.
Try to change departments. Those kind of things and stuff like that.
Drastically alter your life for something that could be just as simple as, like you said, going to another department.
Well, what happens a lot of times is I'm gonna share this funny story. Me and my boy said we done went to Perry home and got us some little bad nickel sack of weed back in 91, 92.
Okay.
And I remember like back over at City Hill Elementary, me and said laugh about this today. But we were so damn high. And I just remember it was a little hill. And me and said sat by 30 minutes. The hill went up 2 feet.
Trying to navigate the hill.
No, like, how we gonna climb that mountain? I got some bad stuff from Perry home. And I got back to the hill. And we're like, damn, man, that is a big ass mountain. Hey. And that hill probably about 2 feet high. And me and said just sitting there like, man, what in the hell? And we just laughing. Man, why we gonna climb the mountain? We're gonna go to the side, we're gonna do this.
And now that's hilarious.
I share that because I can laugh at it, but what we always have to understand is nothing in life is as difficult as it first appeals. Sometimes we see stuff like, damn, my car broke down, or that I got this mountain, and we just say, stop, let me, reset, kind of look at everything and stuff like that. Man, it ain't really that bad.
Right.
It's just that initial shock when that shit hits you. You dig what I'm saying?
That initial shock is a
you know what I'm saying? That can be, any kind of diagnosis. It can be any kind of information given to us. It messes up. But a lot of times it's not, because once we sit down and stop and get our plan of action together, cool, whatever. But it's just that impact of doing it. So that's why I'm just saying, like, it seemed like a mountain, but it really wasn't. And, how you approach it. And a lot of times we feel like when we have things like that, we got to fix it right then and now. Everything don't have to be fixed right then and now. Your season determines that strategy. But you got to be smart, guys. Don't just let that little thing just throw you off your rocker so much. Because I know how that can happen with people, just seeing certain stuff and just like, man, this is about to happen or whatever. It don't be as bad as it always appears. I just want people to keep that in mind. Again, we're asking the question tonight: should I go back to school? Should I start a business? Should I try something new? And we went through assessing each one as far as going back to school, starting a business, trying something new. And we also, most important, looked at a main deterrent. When you look at everything, you base everything off what season you are in life right now. You know, be it your age, be it your income, be it the situation. Those kind of things have a major impact in determining that. And so, what's the cost? This is the question you ask yourself too. What's the cost of doing nothing? What's the cost of doing nothing?
Right.
Every option has a cost, but so does staying exactly where you are. Y'all got to think about that.
Yeah.
So if you sit there like you getting your damn weight and you're thinking about that, what's going to come out of that?
Right.
If you make no changes over the next 3 years, what will your life look like? Ask yourself that. And if the answer scares you, move forward. Really, just think about that. If you sit there and ask yourself that simple question, what will my life be like in the next 3 years? If I don't make no changes, I don't start a business, I don't go back to school, I don't really try to go look for a different job, a different, and everything. I don't try to, move from this situation, whatever. And that answer kind of got your ass scared.
Right.
You might need to do something. You really might need to do something, and that's the truth. Like I tell them kids all the time when I go to them schools, before you do something, and you just think, if you got to think twice about it, just don't do it. The mind is very powerful in regards to being able to tell you how to fix things and do certain things, but the mind is also powerful in holding your ass still.
That's true.
When you get scared, fear and stuff creep up in your ass, and uncertainty and doubt and all that kind of stuff, we can figure out all kind of reasons why we shouldn't do something. But if we focus on how to do things, we can be a whole lot more effective. So you got to kind of balance that.
Do you think, and in your opinion, I'm going to say your opinion, do you think that people don't think about the 3 years from now because they're scared of what they're scared of? Like I said, the answer may scare you, but it may be a question of paralysis because they don't know what to do. They don't know which way to go. They have all these options that you just presented, but all of them seems to require a little bit more than that person is able to give. I don't want to say want to give, able.
Put it to you like this:
like Secure 112, Secure 112 says, S.Cure 1. Thank you for letting me know. S.Cure 112 says, don't forget the mental health cost too. But that stagnation is what I just asked. Would it? It's just I'm not able to give this. I know I need to, but like you said, I got kids, I got this. I need to make this change because if I don't, I'm gonna pop. But at the same time, I just don't have the ability to do that.
Most of the time, that's a fair question, lad. But most of the time, you never know really what to do all the way, right? Unless you've done it before, and it's something you're familiar with. Most of the time, you're not gonna know what to do. And what we do, we bury ourselves in ignorance because when we can just stay ignorant. When I say ignorant, I'm talking about uninformed. We'll stay that way so we feel like we don't have accountability for ourselves. So we talk about it all the time. Changing your life, moving, leaving relationships, quitting a job, starting to be they're extremely frightening because they're different, right? You don't know, right? You don't know what's behind. Fear of the unknown is the greatest fear of all, right? We don't know what's going on. We don't know behind that door until we open it. People don't know, but at the end of the day, the charge is on you to get informed. So we can say all day and night, people will sit here and just say in limbo because they don't know what to do. You say, well, look, Deonte, you saying all this shit, all this advice, give me all this kind of stuff that most people don't know.
Right.
But the thing is for you is to go get informed. You go talk to a Deonte, you go talk to a lab, you go talk to this person. And that doesn't make this person right or this person wrong, but you gathering information.
Right. Okay.
That's the most important thing when you make that initial step to gather information. But when you stay in a limbo state and just don't want to do it, something wrong. You need to change something. But for most people don't want to be accountable for themselves.
Right.
You got to fix you.
Yeah.
I can't fix you.
That's
right.
Right.
Every time I try to fix you, you're going to damn turn around and do some shit that I'm pushing you to do, but you're going to fall back. Right. That's why when people get tutors and all that kind of stuff, they'll improve because people doing it, but when they got to get back on their own, they'll come out for it. Same thing, you got personal trainers, and that's why you got certain coaches and whatever. If you don't have that person over your ass, you ain't gonna, you're gonna fall back. And it's nothing uncommon, and it's not nothing negative with it, but you have to sit here and initiate look, I got a shortcoming with this. I don't know this information.
Mm-hmm.
I need a coach. I need a trainer. I need some kind of counselor or whatever, or to be able to inform me with this information.
Mm-hmm.
You taking charge of it because you're trying to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Staying away from it, like, man, I don't know how to do that. Okay, shit, we ain't gonna have.
Right.
You know, that's one of the biggest things people say what the hell they want. They don't know how to do so often because somehow in their brain think by them saying that excludes them from accountability. Why ain't you fix yourself?
Right.
You know, so you know, to answer your question, I don't think most people know.
Okay.
I don't think most people know. But that's why a lot of times people don't necessarily have growth in their lives because they don't take the initiative. They don't initiate making things different. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
You know, be it you scared, be it you don't want to, be it you don't want to be accountable, whatever the reason. But when you initiate change, when you actually, okay, let me go back to school, let me start this business, let me go get this coach, let me go talk, set this appointment with these folks to talk to them. I don't want to several people, this, that, and that. I'm not getting the information I like, but I'm taking an issue. Your life changes because you taking some kind of initiation of yourself to go do stuff. Most people don't want to do that, man. Most people don't want to do that.
That's true.
And that's painful. When we start getting into personal accountability, you know, everybody ain't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That made the difference between people who have certain successes and do certain things in their life. Because some folks gonna take that initiative. Real talk. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
A lot of times people sit there and say, well, look, man, and you know, I want to get on, do a podcast, whatever. I see everybody and mama. Got this and got that and everything. Like, cool, it look easy. You know, shit, I see Poochie doing that, but they don't see the other stuff.
To talk.
Yeah. But then when they start doing it and there's no changes, there's no benefit, though, this, that, and that, well, man, that stuff didn't do that. No, you didn't do it right. You didn't ask anybody. You just went off what you saw. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and I think most people are like that.
Yeah.
Most people like that. Most people open up a restaurant because they go to restaurants.
Right.
Most people open cigar bars because they go to cigar bars.
They smoke them too.
But they don't know nothing about ordering. They don't know nothing about managing. They don't know nothing about inventory. They don't know about tax. Same thing with restaurants. People, you know, it's a science. From, you know, when I was in grad school, I never knew how technical it was from a math standpoint. Walking in the door, greeting the server, greeting you, sitting down, ordering your food get delivered, whatever. It's damn near like an hour and a half mathematically that, you know, okay, that person should from the door to the greeter, sitting down, eating, order food, eating, and get it out of there. And it's a science. So, you know, that was the kind of things that you go to those management schools, they should know that. Same thing you ordering fast food, the quick lube places, mathematically, from when they hit the door of the parking lot, in, out, in, process, out, whatever. It's like that. But you in your mind, okay, we're gonna cook good food, and everybody sitting in there. What are we doing? Right. We got hardly anybody here. We got all these damn folks working. Or we got a crowd, and these folks ain't being as efficient. Those kind of things you don't learn unless you take the initiative to learn. To figure it out. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Those kind of things. But what happened with that? We got to sacrifice time. We got to prolong stuff, right? We got to put stuff off. Because I figure I got it. You know what I mean? I got it. Call me.
I had one text me the other day. I'm going to do this podcast. But I say, okay. Ask me about how many podcasts. I said, I'll do that, man. Yeah, I've been watching this person right here do it. I think I got it. I think I can do this.
Well, okay. I talk about folk calling me, asking me stuff, and then I know that. Yeah. If you know what the hell we on the phone.
And that's what I'm saying. And I said, well, look easy. No. I got it. You're going to be able to talk. Man, I could talk all day. Cool. Cool. Week 4, when you got to figure out what to talk about, call me then.
Hey, boy. Hey, it ain't easy as it look.
Right.
One final thought I want to say to everybody is there's no right answer for everybody. I'm going to say it again. There's no right answer for everybody. There is only the right answer for you, your goals, and your situation. The key is to choose the right path that, number one, solves your problem, fits your lifestyle, moves you closer to the life you want, doesn't break you financially, and aligns with your strengths and reality. Let's go through that one more time. We still thinking about go to school, start a business, trying something different. The key is to choose the path that solves your problem, fits your lifestyle, moves you closer to the life you want, doesn't break you financially, and aligns you with your strengths and reality. Stop choosing out of fear. Stop choosing out of comparison. Start choosing out of strategy. Period. We done planned it, thought it out, drawn it out, spoke on it, prayed on. We done did all the crunching. I'm about to mix stuff up. But we done sit here and gathered information, made informed decisions.
Right,
guys. So I hope the conversation helped everybody because I know it's something that challenges a lot of people. With doing everything. So definitely, guys. If you just came in, I've been in and out. Go to Change Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Check out the video in its full entirety. Also, again, I got it streamed on Mr. Short Dollar too. So either one of them, the video is on there. Again, guys, I want to ask everyone, if you can, make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. We're trying to grow that. Hit those yearly goals with the 30,000 on Change the Lives and also the 100,000 on Mr. Short Dollar. I know I'm late with this, but I want to give my brother DJ Lab a happy belated birthday.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Give me a clap.
Oh, yesterday, right?
Tuesday.
I'm sorry, Lab.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Damn, my notes this shit.
Yeah.
Mention.
Yeah, I appreciate it,
man. Wish you many, many, many more.
Yes.
But everybody, look, I appreciate all the love and support, guys. That everybody's giving me. We're gonna finish this year strong. We on Mr. Short Dog, we did release the December 2025 Small Business.
Slick say nice book.
Nice book. Oh yeah. Nice. If you haven't, guys, perfect stocking stuffer. Check out Short Dollar and Cents. This is my book we just released a couple months ago. It's doing okay. We got our list on Amazon. And if you go to anyone in the description section, anyone in the videos, the link to it is there. The TikTok store should have some on there and everything. PJ is in charge of that, so I don't want to sit here and lie. But if you go to Google Mr. Short Dollar, you can do it, or you can Google Short Dollars and Cents. If you Google it, it'll pop up right there in Amazon. That's Cents, SENSE. But a good read, 13 chapters, personal finance book, covers a lot of great topics, including credit, income, retirement, protecting your assets, debt management, and also got this your boy. You like to have these different budgets for different situations and stuff. Got color pictures and all this other stuff. So it's a good read. So again, I've been in the game over 25 years. Some of it. Oh, you read some of it, man? Okay, did it bore the hell out you?
No.
Okay, did it inform you?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I appreciate it.
I read some of it. You need. I'm gonna download it. I'm trying to see. I don't see it on Apple ebooks though.
No, I don't have the ebook on.
Okay.
On there, but now you mentioned, I will get that set up on there. But guys, everyone, thanks so much for the love and support. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mama. I appreciate it. Mama told me happy belated birthday. Appreciate it, Mama.
Mama Sunday.
Right. You got merch. You got Christmas Short Dollar Cents shirts and t-shirts. Slick, so you got merch?
Yeah, the merch been going. I've been posting the merch on the dollar store.
Okay.
On social media. So again, if you go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube or Mr. Short Dollar on Facebook, whatever, you'll see the description, all the videos, all the links to everything is there. All the links are there, and I also we got ads running and everything like that. So it's out there. It's out there with doing it. And also, if you would go back, what you about to ask me, lad?
S.Q112 says fill in the blanks. I'm not sure what you mean by that, bro. You need to elaborate a little bit more before we go. What blanks we got to fill in?
That ain't a brother.
Oh, sister.
Hey, sister.
I'm sorry, sister. Hey, I can't see the picture. I'm sorry. I apologize. Charge it to my head and my eyes, not my heart. It's not that you got. I can't even see the picture, so it ain't got nothing to do with the picture.
We said fill in the blanks about what? Probably something.
That's what I'm just saying. I was trying to see if to get her to elaborate what fill in the blanks mean, because it just says fill in the blanks. So I apologize if I'm not understanding what you mean, but on the book,
bring on the book. Fill in the blanks. Or the on the book.
Yeah.
Oh, probably with the budgets. With the budgets and everything's set up. Easy template in regards to the budgets. Budgets for somebody coming out of divorce, somebody coming out of bankruptcy, somebody for a college student. If you're single, you have children. I have like 6 different budgets on there.
Okay.
It's just plug and play.
Okay.
Put your numbers in and exactly how to do it and stuff like that. I took a lot of thinking out of it. I didn't want it to be so much where your average book is always telling you this, telling you that to do or whatever and everything, but more so to make it where what has been probably the focal point of my success is always I speak to people in English and not accounting.
Okay.
So people can just see, okay, this is the way about doing it instead of just getting these grids and charts and not knowing what to do. So I'm pretty proud of it. And I'm looking for a lot more of you guys to purchase it. Been doing okay with it. But I don't like okay. I like great. I like fantastic. I like awesome.
Right.
But man, really, real talk, man. We're gonna have a good month with everything. So, from the bottom of my heart, I love you guys. Appreciate all the support. We're gonna wrap everything up. Y'all take care of yourself, and I'll talk with you soon.